You know, the only thing with wool is that if you're like me and you record on your phone a lot, you can't wipe the face cam with wool. It doesn't wipe it clean. So I got to use like I don't even wear, I'm not wearing any cotton right now. And that's the only material other than linen that will wipe a glass actually clean. So I'm using the freaking, not Kleenex though, because Kleenex has BPA and all kinds of crazy shit on it. Don't use conventional. There's nothing conventional that I can think of that isn't toxic or poison in some way. And I know that may sound a bit shocking, but I'm not even joking, man. Like, oh, do you want to use conventional paper towel? Totally unfortunate. Toxic glues are in there. You're not even supposed to compost paper towel. You know that, eh? Anyway, I'm talking to one viewer, but this is for the person who's watching the replay, I guess. Okay, hold on. The Great Reset is happening now. Buckle up. Silver up, down. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and you know, when I first heard it, was my buddy who told me you can't compost paper. Regular paper towel has these toxic glues in it. You don't want it in your compost, man. But you can buy like bamboo paper towel that is super biodegradable action, so it doesn't pollute yours. If you're trying to grow in your compost, like soil, you know. What's going on, everyone? I know we're talking paper towel, but listen, I was just mentioning how basically every single conventional thing is toxic. And I mean, you can, let's put some ideas out there. But for example, even if you were just buying conventional Kleenex, it has phthalates and BPA on it. It's like blowing your nose with a freaking receipt. So I'm telling you, it's shocking. Me too, Harvard. Shout out to Harvard, man. Okay, so dude, good question. Afiolf said, "What do you think about ICE getting Americans?" Dude, we'll talk all about that. I just want to let you know that I had to spend like a significant amount of cash money to get my account back last month, and I don't want another strike. And I've gotten strikes on Instagram lives before for literally just talking truth with you guys. So you all have amazing questions, and I do want to answer all of them, but we're doing that over on Rumble, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. So if you want to tune into this live, we're live right there talking about the Great Reset, talking about what they're doing with dollar, silver, gold. It's freaking shocking. Click the link in my bio, and then the second or third one will say Rumble. Click the Rumble, and then come on over. Joseph said, why did you get a strike? Dude, I was talking about like fluoride or something, and all of a sudden the live completely gimped out and like stopped me from being able to go live. And then I came back and it said, you have whatchamacallit, something about violence. I was talking about fluoride. Like, it's just shocking, man. Emma Dentist said, I can't believe the name of your account. Why? What's so crazy about it? Anyway, ask me that question again, Amaya, on Rumble, and Joseph or John Kim, rather, come on over to Rumble. I will tell you all about preparations, things we have to do to prepare for this Great Reset. It is freaking shocking. Okay. Gene said, well, what are you going to do, man? He wasn't Indian, actually, though. Close, but he was not Indian. Anyway, we will see all of you dear souls on Rumble. So shout out to Puma and all of you guys, and I hope to answer your questions there as well. All right. So it's at the link in my bio, or alternatively, you can go and comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, and then that will get a link immediately sent to your DMs to my Rumble channel, and you're able to comment on Rumble if you make an account, but you don't have to make an account to watch. But if you have questions and stuff, like, it is more fun if you can comment on it. It's like an alternative to YouTube. Okay, so I'll see you guys on Rumble. Shout out to Carol Robinson and Lee Sung and all of you guys. I should have clarified. If you comment Rumble on the live, it doesn't do anything. You got to comment Rumble on a post on my page, not just this live feed. Gene said the guy you paid gave that money to an Indian 100%. My understanding is he was actually from the Middle East. But anyways, close, very close indeed. What are you going to do, man? Like, there's only so many options, right? Okay, we'll see you guys on Rumble. It's at the link in my bio, okay? Yeah, we paid an Arab. Apparently, he was. Actually, I guess you wouldn't know. Maybe he is Indian, actually. I mean, I'm sure he could be. Someone said 100%, but who knows? And we're talking about how I was able to get my Instagram account back for the second time. What's interesting, though, is that the first time I got my account back, it was at 600,000 followers, and it was $4 grand. and then being at 900,000 followers, it was then 8 grand. And there's no room to fucking budge on these guys. They basically set the price, you know. But they don't even start the ticket until they get paid, and then it's like there's not, apparently you can get your money back if they don't get it, if they don't have a successful, you know, get your account back. But I mean, do you think you're getting your money back? So it's a bit of a risk, but it worked twice, so thank God for that. Welcome everyone. So dude, we have a lot to freaking unpack here, man. So first things first, make sure that your live notifications are on Rumble now, so that I don't need to rely on going live on Instagram to let you know that we are live on Rumble. Okay, that is important. The whole point of Rumble is to make it a separate entity. And if I, you know, Instagram right now is chill with censorship. I haven't got any strikes. It's all good. But like, dude, they don't want you knowing that when I'm telling you this 100%. So listen very carefully, because this is shocking and it's 100% true. They do not want you knowing that when a truck carrying fluoride spills on the highway, it melts the road. And that truck carrying this hazardous chemical was on its way to your local water depot to add it to your drinking water. Okay? They do not want you knowing that. And that's why when you Google, is fluoride good for you? It all says yes. Of course it is. It's a naturally occurring mineral. It makes your teeth good. But it won't tell you why 70 countries around the world refuse to fluoridate their water. They won't tell you that if you were to get pure fluoride on your skin, it would burn your skin off. It's highly corrosive, but it's good for your teeth, if you can believe that. Now, apparently it actually does harden your teeth, but from the natural dentists I've listened to, they say that that makes your teeth a million times more brittle and is totally shit for you. But the same way that it makes your teeth hard, it makes your pineal gland hard. And from what I heard from a hippie in 2016, he said, this is the first time I ever even heard about the pineal gland, our third eye. He said that your fluoride absorbs into your pineal gland faster than any other tissue in the body. And he said, almost as if it's specifically targeting your pineal gland. And the reason for that is that your pineal gland is the seat of your soul. It's the connection point between your physical body and your soul. And it is your psychic center. So if your psychic and your intuition of your pineal gland were fully activated, if your pineal gland was fully on right now, you would easily be able to detect truth from illusion. You would easily, it would be like putting the glasses on from the movie They Live. You would see through illusions. You would see through deception. 100%. That is why they want to calcify your pineal gland. 100. That's it. That's it. And so then you can also understand why they want to hide that and say, no, fluoride is good for you, you sleeping sheep. Now, before we get into the shocking Great Reset, which, dude, I got the charts in front of me right now, man. And we got a Great Reset. We're in the middle of it right now. Silver and gold flying off the charts, dollar dropping off the bottom of the freaking charts, the US dollar. Like, some shit's happening, bro. We are in the middle of the Great Reset right now. But fear not in the slightest, because I can tell you a 100% certainty, everything that's happening now, we will win and the greater good will come from this. It's not, oh no, the Great Reset, I'm scared. Some shit could get hairy. You know they want to microchip you. You know they want to make you eat lab-grown food, and they want to have you have a microchip in your head or your forehead or your hand. You know, like, that is a plan. How could they try to get you to do that when you don't want to? I know it's a bit freaky thinking, but I know that we will win, and this is all a part of 100% a plan that is greater than we can even fathom. So Joey said, so were people in the past before fluoridation much smarter? Oh, I know their pineal glands likely weren't calcified. You know, so I don't know about smarter in what way. Are you talking about the ancient Nordics who knew every single plant, insect, mineral, material, how to start a fire with 2 sticks and a piece of grass, like, who knew their whole elements? It depends what we judge their intelligence on. Are you talking about the Mayans? Like, who knows, right? But I'm sure they're definitely more intuitive or psychic. Think of the medicine man. He'd put his hand over you and do Tai Chi and freaking heal your wound. Like, I mean, it's stuff like that. Now, I do want to mention, like I said, though, before we get into the Great Reset stuff, because I have a lot of stuff to discuss with silver, where it's going, and all this other stuff that's on the agenda, I have to mention, we are giving away, specifically because I know the importance of having a decalcified pineal gland, and it's made such a gigantic difference in my life and my manifestations. And the reality that I'm living now is a result of me taking precedence of my health and my pineal gland and my hormones, my testosterone, everything. Tonight on this live, Chalk is giving away 5 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which is extremely detoxifying. It's one of the top superfoods in the natural world for your pineal gland function. It has a ton of antioxidants, which bind to free radicals, phthalates, microplastics, pesticides, excrete them out of the body. It's super good for your gut microbiome, which a healthy human being is supposed to have more bacterial cells in their body than human cells. So when you're drinking tap water or showering in it, it's wiping out this bacteria and it's making you, well, let's just say it's not ideal. Okay. And your body really would prefer spring water, but they're capping all the springs around the world. So we got to talk about this. But Chalk is giving away 5 bags of the organic heirloom cacao, $100 value on this live tonight for free. The way the deal works, it is first come, first serve. And by the way, who's Chalk? Like what the heck are we even talking about here? Chalk is a natural superfood supplement company that is based in Texas, ships out of Georgia, has an all-American customer service team, and has over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So this is a legit company. I've been partnered with them since literally day one. I was the first one to ever post them on Instagram. I'm dear friends with the owner, and they have amazing freaking stuff to detox and boost your system. And I swear by it, dude. I'm taking all of them. So this is the way the deal works. The #1 supplement at chalk.com, which you need to at least, even if you're like, dude, I despise superfoods. I do recommend like doing a deep dive into this. It's not just a, hey, like buy my hat. Like I'm talking to you about something that can seriously improve your health and your brain function. The hot water purified shilajit, which Chalk has, is clinically studied. It's hot water purified, which means they took the raw shilajit from the mountains, which is, like solid. They add hot water to it to rid it of impurities, and then they evaporate the water, making it a potent concentrate. It boosts testosterone for men. It calibrates your endocrine system for women. It's pro-fertile. When guys take it, it increases sperm count and sperm motility. When women take it, it calibrates your endocrine system. Plus, shilajit is clinically studied to stimulate the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis. So the way the deal works, I just posted in the chat the link to chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. First come, first serve. Make sure you click the link to chalk.com so you get bumped first in line. When you go to chalk.com, there's combinations of superfoods that are organized into the male and female vitality stacks. And the stacks are the most potent combinations of superfoods in the known world for men and women. We're talking about organic ashwagandha, which is considered the king of herbs in India. It's certified organic. It's got 14 times as many bioactive compounds as conventional ashwagandha, and we have that written and shown on the bottle when it focuses here in a second. 14 times as potent. Here you go, 14 capsules versus 1 capsule. 1 capsule of chalk ashwagandha has more bioactive compounds than 14 capsules of conventional ashwagandha that you get on Amazon. And what that does is it massively boosts melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's pro-fertile. It increases natural energy and brain function. You will love the ashwagandha. It's in the male and female stack. So the way the deal works is the first 4 or 5 people who go to chalk.com and put a male or female vitality stack into your cart, and you apply the discount code 44life, you get a 44% off lifetime discount on that subscription, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically, you're going to get included in your order a $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which the guy whose name is Non-Toxic 992, he just got a mail stack like 4 days ago. Clearly, he is quite stoked on it. He's not a paid solicitor, a secret agent for chalk. He's a real person, and he's taking chalk, and he wants to, I think he said he wants to shed a few pounds and increase his testosterone, because as we know, testosterone levels today are down 50% in the last 50 years. Most guys walking around, unless they have a supplement regimen or extremely clean diet and don't have any phthalates or chemicals in their houses, like from synthetic fragrances, colognes, toxic deodorants, fucking plastic clothing, polyester and whatnot, unless they have like a serious regimen, it is 100% unavoidable that they have lower testosterone than they should, than they are biologically designed to have. So if you're taking the male stack, which has the Tomcat 100 in it, that is certified wild-crafted Tomcat Ali from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforests, which is clinically studied to boost free testosterone 87% in 21 days. I have my dad taking the male vitality stack, and I have him taking the Action 2.0, because that is the #1 heart health supplement. And I think my dad may or may not have gotten the jibby jabby there in on 2020, even though I fucking told him not to, or 2021 even. Like he did not need to get it, but he got it. And then he had serious unfortunate effects from it. So he's taken the action 2.0 to support healthy blood flow, blood oxygenation, and heart health. Okay. Um, Timmy said, I sleep like a baby and I don't want to find out if I'm more fertile. Well, it's pretty much guaranteed if you're taking the male or female stack, it is pro fertile. But, you know, if you're like, let's say you're a woman in your 80s, which we have many 60, 70, 80-year-old women and men taking chalk. Women, I don't know if you get more fertile at that age, but you certainly would get more calibrated your hormones. I had a woman I met um, at the spring that I go to that I've been going for years. This is spring water that came out of a beautiful spring that's freaking organic and pure. And I met this lady there, and we get to talking. She follows me on Instagram, and then a few weeks later, she messages me and she's like, "Hey, I've been having cold sweats for like 7 years," which she said was something to do with hormones. It is something to do with hormones. No matter if it was hot or cold out, she'd be sweating in the middle of the night. Anyway, she started taking Shilajit because it's a hormone optimizer, and within like 7 or 8 days, she stopped getting these cold sweats, and she sent me a big message saying, "Holy shit, I've tried everything. I knew it was a hormone thing. I eat totally organic." She was actually even vegan, and anyways, so she started taking the Shilajit and it optimized her hormones and she stopped, you know. So it's an amazing thing. Illusory said, I just got my Chad mode in the mail today. Looking forward to tomorrow's workout. Dude, I'm stoked for you, man. That is going to be a workout of epic proportions. And shout out to Non-Toxic, who wants to, yeah, he's boosting his testosterone, man. And dude, testosterone is funny because hormones, for one, testosterone is considered or is falsely associated with aggression and violence. But in fact, it's a lack of testosterone that causes hormonal and mental like imbalances and mood swings and shit. It's supposed to be there. We're supposed to have optimal levels of testosterone, which is funny because when I tell you that, you know, the Tomcat or the Chalk Daily boost testosterone for men, it's not that really that they boost it, they calibrate your endocrine system. Like, you know, when you get a cut and your DNA says, this is how we're supposed to seal up this wound, your DNA knows how to seal up the wound and what to put your skin back in the right place, right? It's the same thing with your endocrine system. You have a genetic blueprint that says at what age you should have what level of testosterone, right? So what Shilajit, and not for women though, Shilajit does not boost testosterone for women. It's an adaptogen, so it adapts to the individual's needs and requirements. But when guys take Shilajit and Tomcat, it boosts testosterone really only because it's calibrating their testosterone levels to where they should be in the first place, which is pretty freaking interesting, man. It's like it's actually like conscious. And the other interesting thing, so when I said Shilajit's an adaptogen, isn't it interesting that Shilajit kind of assumes your gender? Like when guys take it, it calibrates your testosterone levels to go up. When women take it, it does not boost testosterone. It calibrates their endocrine system to, you know, level out where their estrogen and their testosterone should be. So I find that interesting. Sunny said, Shayne changed my life 5 years ago. My 5-star review is on Trustpilot if you want to know how my life changed 5 years ago. That's freaking awesome, Sunny. Sunny also, guys, has been a regular for years. She designed the Orange County flag in 1968 in 11th grade. Okay, so do the math. And that is the current flag of Orange County right now. And Sunny is an artist and she freaking did that. Butterdog said, my testosterone doubled after a year consistently taking chalk and it was high before. I'm quad dosing the Tomcat is wild. Dude, it is quite an herb, man, that Tomcat. Like if you go to Malaysia or anywhere, I think in like whatever part of Asia, Malaysia is Central Asia or something, Southeast Asia, I think it is. Every single dude there, if you walk around being like, "Hey, do you know where like I can find some Tomcat?" They'll all assume immediately that you're wanting to boost testosterone or become more fertile or have children. It's the same thing if you're walking around India. Not that I necessarily recommend, but if you're walking around India and you're asking where to find Shilajit, they'll all assume you're trying to get fertile and have children or calibrate your endocrine system, basically. Jesse said, anyone testing the snow burning? Seeing a lot of posts about plastic snow. Dude, so you know what? I want to set the record straight on the freaking whole snow melting thing, burning thing. I do 100% know that there are contaminants from chemtrails in the snow, and that storm that the U.S. just had and might have a bigger one this weekend is full of all the shit they've been spraying us with. But if you take a ball of snow and clump it up and then put a lighter up to it, it's not going to melt very fast. You're putting fire right on ice. It's the same thing. Go take a friggin' ball of ice and put a lighter up to it. Like but snow is different because it's surface area. But my point is that the soot that people see on, I don't doubt that they smell something funny from the burning snow with their lighter, but the soot that comes off of the lighter is also what you can smell. Same thing if you put, a lighter up to something metal, you see it gets all blackened, like it's the soot from the butane. So, anyways, but I definitely know, yeah. And some of that snow looked like fucking styrofoam, which they do call sleet. In fact, apparently the ancient Nordics had like 8 different words for snow because there's so many different types of snow. There's rock hard ice packed snow, there's fluffy puffy snow, there's freaking snow that has a crust on it and then it's puffy underneath because it rained or whatever. So anyways, they had many different names for snow. So I do know there's different types of snow, but I do also know that when we see these weather radars and they're freaking spraying chemtrails all over the place and then the storm consolidates like in that area or around it, they are modifying the weather 100%. And then, of course, they're blaming it on us driving our cars to and from work, right? They say it's the climate's changing because we're driving our cars. There was a guy online who years and years ago, and he was like, this was in my era where I would just like go type in like food and then go to people's posts and be like, oh, watch out, like you're using GMO canola oil. Or I'd be like, oh, watch out, like the rice you're eating has like arsenic in it or whatever, right? I would just go on the offense and just go spam people's posts with like unsolicited health advice. But anyways, so this one guy, I guess I commented something on his post, and then he was all like, I went to his page and he was a super climate activist. So we had something in common. We like the environment, right? We want it to be clean and pure and healthy. But his stance was like, we need to do climate action now. And I was like, bro, you're advocating an agenda that's promoted by like seriously nefarious organizations, and it's not what you think. You're being duped. They're taking your organic energy that wants to fight for making the earth clean and pure, and they're weaponizing it to further an agenda, which is the climate change, global fucking lockdown, digital ID bullshit. And so, anyway, I don't think I made it. Maybe he's woke now to it and knows that it's a total scheme that he was, but it's a hard thing to wrap your head around because we went in school and they tell us all about the climate, right? Holy shit. Congratulations to who just got the female vitality stack. Again, guys, if you go to chalk.com right now, choq.com, and you add a male or female vitality stack to your cart, and you put the discount code 44life on your subscription, which I just put in the chat again, you will get a lifetime 44% off discount, which you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. And automatically, you're going to get a $100 bag of the chocolate powder organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia included in your order. And by the way, this is heavy metal tested. Some of you guys are wise and know that cacao many times is contaminated with toxic heavy metals, which suck. And that is so true, dude. Nestle is getting roasted for that. It's a total travesty. But ours is heavy metal tested, and those are on the website too. So super clean, pure detoxing, and that's getting included in people's orders for free. So to the lady who just got the female stack, congratulations. In the female stack, you have the hot water purified shilajit, you have the organic ashwagandha, and you have the wild crafted Irish moss. Which, if you're into supplements, you know that. Wait a minute, did you say wild craft? So shout out to DG, by the way, who at the top commented that he's getting chalk like on Wednesday or something. I think he said, or on Thursday. Shout out to DG. I'm stoked for you, man. So make sure you use that code 44life. So, anyways, it's interesting because if you know anything about Irish moss, it's all farmed in the Caribbean. And the crazy part is most people, because Irish moss is such a fad right now, everyone's hopping on the Irish moss trend because they find out that minerals rebuild your DNA. The Irish moss has the full matrix of minerals. It's super detoxing. The minerals bind to heavy metals and excrete them out of the body. Um, but so what's interesting is that when I lived in Grenada for 3 months, I watched them farming this moss in the bay of the town I was living in, which was called Sauterres. And dude, this entire town, all of their gray water from washing machines, sinks, showers, and everything, hose, fucking whatever, goes down these pipes that go to the culverts in the side of the road and flow directly into the bay where they are farming Irish moss that then gets shipped to the US, North America, Europe. Pure Grenadian Irish moss, bro. Not so like so. And by the way, I couldn't find a single material of clothing in Grenada that was not polyester. So trillions of microplastics going right into the ocean, and they're farming the moss there. So Chalk's Irish moss is wild crafted from the pristine cold waters of Nova Scotia, as opposed to the strange waters next to where all this shitty water goes into. So something to know. The other thing about Irish moss, it's one of those plants. Shout out to Lightning Strike that looks like the part of your body it's good for, among other things. If you look at Irish moss growing wild, it does appear quite similarly to your bronchioles in your lungs, and it's super good for your lungs. Timmy said, "If is chocolate affected by heat? If I mix in cake batter and bake, will that cause a depletion of benefits?" I don't think so at all, Mega Timmy, because if anything, does a cake bake hotter than boiled water? Because I put boiling water into the cacao all the time. Um, but I don't put honey into boiling water. I would put, if you're having a tea, you put the milk in first, cool it down a bit, then put the honey in so that you don't cook out all the enzymes of honey. But I should do a post on that actually. Hold on. That's like a super uncontroversial post, you know. Don't put raw honey into boiling water. And actually, I got to do more posts. Do any posts on bees and honey, dude? You guys know I'm a freaking beekeeper, right? I'll tell you all about it. Tony said, I was telling some friends about the lit powder. They used Navitas organic cacao powder and say it's super good. I told them they got to make the switch. It's a funny thing, man. If you meet someone who's like, dude, at the raw milk pickup, I met this woman who's like, oh yeah, like I follow Liver King. And I'm like, oh cool. Like, do you take his supplements? And she's like, yeah, I love them. Like, I swear by them. They're like amazing. And I'm like, oh God. Like, I'm not about to be like, well, you should try chalk. Like, it's just not gonna, she's already hyped on it, right? The only problem is that those desiccated freaking liver supplement shits, man, you better off to just shout out to Revilo, man. I'll see you on the next one. Revito, Revilo, Revila. Shout out to you, man. We'll see you on the next one, brother. Um, is that you better off just having liver and onions once a freaking month than paying top dollar for a little freeze dried freaking liver action, you know? And then you can know what animal it's coming from too, as opposed to I don't even know what half that shit says on it, eh? So yeah. Lightning Strike, what are you hearing about disclosure? Dude, I'm wondering what's happening next with disclosure, if that's gonna coincide with the shocking situation of this dollar collapse. And is that going to gimp everyone's retirements? Like, is that the plan to make everyone beg for a new financial system? You know what I mean? Silver's ripping higher. It's at 115 right now. Holy crappers. And well, let's give you a real-time market read, man. No, but it is interesting watching this thing take off. And then what's Bitcoin doing? Still low. 80. Well, I say low. If you had 10 Bitcoins, you'd be good to go, man. If you got in at like $2 and bought $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, you would be, well, let's just say, you'd probably be in Hawaii right now, man. Dude, lightning strike. The thing is, I think the Anunnaki would be from, would likely be from, whatchamacallit, just another land outside of the ice wall or something. Hold on a sec. The other cool thing, by the way, about the, that's awesome, non-toxic. Soursop, I mean, if you can get the fruit, I'm sure it'd be good, but there's something different. Like soursop definitely has benefits. But if you're taking the purified shilajit, like those are quite, it's pretty freaking amazing, dude. Pineal gland, hormones, decalcification, and like I said, stimulating the production of new brain cells. That's in the male and female stack. So if you're taking the female stack, really what you can expect is, based on the thousands of reviews and the clinical studies and stuff, you're talking about total hormone revitalization, massive improvement in sleep quality. Keep in mind, this is from consistent consumption. I don't want any of you guys thinking like the first day you take your first capsule, like all of a sudden your pineal gland like freaking expands out like a flower and you start floating. Although it begins at the first day, right? But my point is that when you take it consistently, you're going to get that way better sleep quality, hormones, mental clarity, memory, cognition, focus. And on top of that, what happens with the when you're taking the Irish moss consistently is that you're actually getting more nutrients from the food you're already eating because every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. And today, even if you're eating 100% organically, you're getting less than 10% of the full matrix of minerals. And that was true in like 1998 or something is when that study came out. So I'm sure there's even less minerals in the conventional food supply right now. Tony said from hidden lands beyond the ice wall. Exactly, dude. I saw a video today by Sheldon. You guys, Sheldon on Instagram, Sheldon Surya 369. Dude, it's definitely seemingly flat, and the way that that sun is rotating around us, it actually makes sense on a flat Earth map more than a globe map. 100%. I'm gonna do a post on it tomorrow. Spielberg has a movie coming out in May called Disclosure Day. Wow, dude, holy shit, eh? So they definitely are going to do the alien thing because think about how many movies have. In fact, I'm going to announce we're live on Instagram. Before I do, I just want to say the free lit in anyone's orders at chalk.com who gets a male or female stack. It is first come first serve. We have 4 bags left to give away. If you put a male or female stack in your cart and apply the discount code 44life and then place your order, you're going to get the free lit. But I'm about to announce we're live on Instagram again. And so another like 100 people are going to be on here. So just saying, if you're on the fence, if you're on the site, quickly get that order in so you get the free lit and you lock in that lifetime discount. Non-toxic ordered some glass jars to drink from like you, LOL. Shout out to non-toxic, man. See, what kind of karmic, like, think about this for a second. I want this to empower you to make you fired up, man. This guy, non-toxic, he's brand new to the live. He's maybe been on like 6 lives. He is buying glass jars to drink out of. He bought chalk. He's making his own homemade mayo. All because I decided to, spend time with you guys discussing, like, I guess I'm making this sound like about me, but what I'm saying is like, you guys don't understand the power of your influence over those around you for positivity of what you can do. Like this guy's about to decalcify his pineal gland. He's freaking detoxing. Like his frequency is rising, which in turn rises the frequency of the earth. You know what they say? Someone explained it. I think Kate explained it. If Kate is watching, Kate is awake is her username. She said that, and I've heard this over the years. There's something, I don't know, I can't remember where this came from, but someone said that one person who is a fully conscious and aware and in a blissful state, which is the highest frequency emotion is bliss and truth and love, I think. But love isn't actually the highest, like it's quite high, but it's freaking like bliss and enlightenment is the highest, I think. But anyway, one person who's at that level offsets the like possible negative vibrations or lower vibrations of like 800,000 people who are just like totally out of it, not paying attention at all and drinking fluoride. So shout out to think about that when you're talking to your coworker and whatnot about detoxing and shit. And just shooting the bull about what's going on. Now, Sonny said something non-toxic. Save your jars when you buy spaghetti sauce, things like that. Come in glass. Yeah, totally, totally, Sonny. Exactly. I think I bought like 2 cases of mason jars like 4 years ago, and we still have a bunch. I have broken a bunch of them though. From if I leave them outside and they're full of water and they expand and crack and everything. But hold on a second. I'm gonna announce that we're live on Instagram again. So there's gonna be a bunch more people on here. If you're on the fence, go to chalk.com, get your order in ASAP with that discount code 44life to get the free $100 bag of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder. I'm gonna title this live on Instagram. Alien disclosure is imminent. Brace for NWO. Don't worry though, I'll make them fired up. Like nothing to fear, man. Well, Basecamp, she was saying like you don't need to buy glass jars if you buy, like a pasta sauce that's in a glass jar. But if you're buying pasta sauces in glass jars, try to there's like only a couple of companies that are actually organic and they probably have fucking phthalates in them too. This is the importance of detoxing, dude. Like seriously, the importance if you're buying I said this at the beginning of the live before anyone was on here. I have a I have a I'm wearing all wool, right? All my stuff I wear in the winter is wool now. And I was mentioning how I can't wipe my phone face cam screen with anything wool. It doesn't take the, whatever smudge off because it has lanolin in it, which is actually what makes wool anti everything and doesn't hold a scent, and you can air it out and it lasts so long. It has lanolin in it, which is like sheep wool oil. And anyway, so that's good. But what I was saying is I got to use a Kleenex to wipe my phone screen. But it's not Kleenex because conventional Kleenex has phthalates and BPA and like bleach and all these crazy chemicals. So it just reminded me that, dude, if you're buying a single conventional thing, like you got to watch out because even conventional Kleenex is toxic. And I'm not saying like, are you going to be gimped from blowing your nose in fucking Kleenex? No, but it's a combination, you know, it's a combination of things. Non-toxic, you didn't seem too overweight, but I know like 30 pounds overweight technically is obese. So you may have been obese, but dude, I think I was obese in 2022. Technically, I was probably over 25 or 30 pounds overweight. Then I did intermittent fasting. I started taking Chad mode in the mornings and afternoons, and then only eating dinner. And I lost like, yeah, the 30 pounds or so. I could probably lose a few more still though. Okay, so I'm just announcing we're live on Instagram here. Yeah, they bleach it. Exactly. That's the thing. And then also the whatchamacallit, yeah, you can't make sourdough bread out of with tap water because the chlorine kills the yeasts and stuff, so the bacteria can't grow to make it sourdough, which is crazy. Eh? Welcome everyone. So, dude, we have a bunch of literally shocking stuff coming around the corner. Like you will be completely flustered, but you have to remain sane and calm and know that this is coming so it doesn't catch you off guard. Every single Hollywood movie has programmed so many things into us that we've seen happen in real life, but we've seen a million alien movies. And have we seen aliens yet? No. It's coming, dude. Disclosure is coming. And I don't mean disclosure in the sense like they're going to be like, oh, aliens exist. I don't, I think it's going to be a major psyop, dude. If you think 2020 Schmovich 19 was a psyop, wait until this alien freaking invasion fake thing comes. It's shocking, man. But I'm going to tell you why you should be stoked about this because it's going to be good news and we will win from this. I got to do a post about that sourdough bread. Thanks, $1 million baby. This guy said, is the earth flat? Yes or no? 100%. I'll tell you all about it. Shout out to Puma, who's watching me on Rumble right now. So just so you guys know, I want to tell you guys all about this alien agenda and the shocking stuff that's happening with the Great Reset, which is in the midst of its happening literally this second with dollar collapsing. But the reason I keep telling you guys to come on over to Rumble is because it's free to download, free speech. There's no strikes, nothing. And I just had to spend a bunch of money to get my Instagram account back, and I don't want another strike. So Christian says, start with the aliens, bro. Dude, I'm literally like chomping at the bit to discuss aliens with you guys right now. But I'm not doing it on Instagram because I literally just spent a freaking bunch getting this account back. And they've given me strikes on lives before. So if you want to tune in to the Rumble channel, we are live on Rumble right now. It's at the link in my bio. You can go click the link in my bio and you'll see the Rumble link, or you can go and comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, not my live right here, but on any one of my posts, and you will get a link sent directly to your DMs immediately to my Rumble channel. Now, Rumble it's free to download, free to watch, and free speech. But if you want to comment on it, you got to make an account. It does take like 2 seconds. But anyway, shout out to the Lord. Shout out to you, man. And we'll see you guys. I want to answer all your questions too, but we're doing it on Rumble. Okay. So we'll see you guys there in 2 seconds. It's at the link in my bio. And much love, everyone. I don't know what the fuck that guy was talking about. um, Shout out to non-toxic, man. Freaking Giga Chad now. Man. Yeah. So guys, the crazy part about this alien agenda is that, Sonny, did you hear that the number one like up and coming egg brand, Vital Farms, just got exposed for having an independent researcher, tested the yolks on Vital Farms eggs and found that it was 20%, it had 20% linoleic acid, which comes from corn and soy. And the crazy part is 99% of the corn and soy is GMO. And if you notice, Vital Farms eggs, they have such fancy packaging that says like handled, like tended to by hand. And it says like pastured sunlight, sunshine, and rainbows, but it doesn't say organic. And so they're feeding these chickens a large amount of GMO corn and soy feed. And so people who are spending their hard-earned fucking dollars for $10 for a freaking dozen eggs are trying to be healthier, and they are still getting gimped from a totally upside down system, which is prioritizing making sure that you're sick and in a lowered state of consciousness. So this is why a lot of people talk about know your farmer, not know your grocery store, right? You don't, and also know the packaging. Like pastured, usually it used to be if it's free range, that just means there's a million chickens in a big ass barn and that they're not in a cage. But now it seems that they can, but then pastured organic was the ultimate certification. But honestly, I would just not go to a grocery store to buy eggs. In fact, I don't. There's a tiny health food store that gets eggs from like a local farmer. That's the guy you go to. And it's not that much more. Like I wasn't paying $10 for a dozen eggs. I think it's $6, and that's six Canadian. So that's like $4 and something US for a dozen eggs. And that's from my friend who raises chickens, or the grocery store, it's a couple bucks more. Or not the grocery store, the health food store. But dude, all of you guys know, if you don't know someone who raises chickens yet, you're about to, because I think all of your consciousnesses are rising to know that as hard as they're pushing us towards AI and all this bullshit and the digital ID, at the same time, there's going to be an equal, if not greater, pushback for people going organic and knowing their farmer, and people growing more food and raising more animals, etc. So that's happening. Now, the weird part though is the poor, I got to say, Vital Farms getting exposed for having seed oils. They made like $200 million last year. They're one of the biggest up and coming egg farmers in the freaking world. And they're traded on the stock market, right? They have a stock now. They're a big company. I don't know of many companies that are that big and haven't been bought, other than actually Bob's Red Mill Organic. That guy, that fucking guy. If you look up into the story of what happened with Bob's Red Mill, he got offered like billions of dollars to like sell out his whole operation and get acquired by like Nestle or something, and he said no. And he has like, it's like family owned. He pays his guys good wages and everything. It's pretty freaking wild. So, anyways, just keep your head on a swivel for the grocery store shit. Now, before I get into the alien stuff, which is, if I briefly would say, is that they're gonna try to pull something, man. They're going to try to pull a false flag alien invasion, or a some type of alien contact, or some type of disclosure that is going to cause a little bit of chaos, a little bit of pandemonium. People will be wondering what the hell's going on, but they will offer you a solution. Um, and so the solution is going to be something to do with making sure we know who the real humans are, whether that's by microchipping us all so that we can be tracked and they know that there's not aliens among us, or as Richard Nixon said in the 1960s, imagine how good it would be if aliens came and attacked Earth, because it would make us all unify against a common enemy. Now, if you understand what I'm about to say, is global problems call for global solutions, which means if you have a plan to unite the globe, the flat plane, under one government, right? Because they do want one government controlling everything. Then you need to create a problem that affects the entire plane, okay? Or plane it, or world. So many people have prophesized there's going to be something that they're going to do, I don't know what, that will make the world unite against a common enemy, and that will gain them power and control. Who is it who said never let a good crisis go to waste? Like, dude, they push things through during crises. The infrastructure that was laid out during COVID about vax passes and all this shit. There already is a vax pass. If you want to go take your dog across the border, it's got to be vaxxed and microchipped. If that's not like a precursor for what's coming, what they're going to try to do to us, I don't know what to say, man. 100%. And shout out to AW Gear, who said, I didn't take the vax and I won't take any chip. Dude, I don't think anyone on here would be duped into taking a chip, but I don't know. Let me know, you got everyone comment now. Are you going to get a microchip if they say it'll make you superhuman? And if they say it'll be really hard, if you don't get it, let me know, everyone. I want to see new commenters too. If you guys are watching and you don't have an account yet, make sure you make an account and turn on live notifications. So before I tell you what Bill Cooper said about the false flag alien invasion, which is it's a bit shocking, but it's good to know about it ahead of time. I wanted to mention that right now there is a gigantic plan to make sure that your pineal glands are calcified, that you're full of heavy metals and phthalates and microplastics. They've been basically poisoning us since birth. Of course, it's compartmentalized, so the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. Someone working at Bayer doesn't know that at the tip top of Bayer, you have literally people who worship multidimensional entities and make sacrifices to like Satan. You know, they don't know that. They're just working for Bayer. And meanwhile, at the same time, those chemicals from Bayer is now in 97% of our bloodstreams, or 99% of people have the chemical called C8 in our bloodstream, which is from nonstick pans, which is in the water supply, the food supply. They found it in rainwater, like, and that's the one that's infertility causing. Like, there's a plan to make us infertile too. We know that, right? Like the depopulation agenda. I'm not even willy-nillying you guys. Like, it's serious. So with that being said, I will tell you the reason we're poisoned from every angle since birth is because we are so powerful. And if we weren't poisoned from every angle since birth, this jig would already be up 100%. The spiritual war that's against us, we would already have won it. And I will say, actually, we have already won. And we're seeing that reality manifest. And that's what's happening with this crash, with everything. Shit's coming to light, and we will win. We have won. But it's never more important. It's never been more important in human history to make sure your pineal glands, your brain function, your hormones. Fasting is amazing. Shout out to Gear. He said fasting is an amazing remedy. I wouldn't say it's the only one. Like, there's many, but fasting is one of the best, and it's free. Fasting is fucking awesome. I've done an 8-day water fast, by the way. I'll tell you all about it, dude. It was crazy. The dreams and everything, it was shocking. But we know that there's a plan, so let's make sure that we're detoxing and rejuvenating, right? Well, right now, Chalk, who you guys know I've been partnered with since 2019, they are giving away free $100 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which is super detoxing. It's got a ton of antioxidants, which binds to free radicals, phthalates, microplastics, pesticides, you name it. It's believed to be one of the most powerful superfoods for the pineal gland, which is very interesting. And it has Ceylon cinnamon and a bunch of other superfoods in it. So it's like a combo blend of amazing adaptogens. And they're giving away 4 more chocolate powders on this live. It's freaking awesome. So this is the way the deal works. It is first come, first serve though. So a bunch of people are already on the site, but I'm going to send the site to the chat again. If you click it, you get bumped first in line. So make sure you click the chalk.com link that I just put into the chat. This is the way the deal works. The #1 supplement at chalk.com for men and women, which is honestly, like I said before, even if you, for some reason, literally do not like superfoods, for some reason, you got to look into Shilajit, man. It is a serious it is a serious adaptogen that I think would greatly benefit everyone who's ever drank fluoride or eaten GMOs or McDonald's, such as myself. I actually used to work at McDonald's. I'll tell you all about it. So that #1 superfood is the hot water purified Shilajit, which is clinically studied to massively increase fertility and brain function in men and women. It's a hormone optimizer. It stimulates the production of new brain cells, so you get better memory, cognition, and focus while you're taking it. It boosts sperm count and sperm motility for men, and it increases muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery for men and women. So I should say, I don't think if you're taking this as a woman, you're going to all of a sudden be jacked, because it's an adaptogen. So it adapts to the individual's needs and requirements. That's why when women take Shilajit, it doesn't boost testosterone, but when men take it, it does calibrate their testosterone levels. It's a very interesting, like, it's a science to it, man. It's crazy. So Chalks is heavy metal tested. It's hot water purified. It's freaking amazing. That's the #1 supplement for men and women. That is in the male and female vitality stack at chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. If you go to chalk.com and you put a male vitality stack or a female vitality stack or a performance stack into your cart, and you apply the discount code 44life, that's 44LIFE. That's so true, Gear. Shout out to Gear, man, 100%. And you apply that discount code, it drops the price 44% off for life, which you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. And automatically you're going to get that free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. Now, the one that's in the male and female stack, apart from the Shilajit, is the organic ashwagandha. This is considered the king of herbs in India. It's a fertility booster. It's a hormone optimizer. It's believed to massively increase pineal gland function, and it increases melatonin production. So you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. Best Kiki, I believe she ordered yesterday. I think she got 2 stacks, a male and female, if I remember correctly, Kiki. And she said, I seen mine is already on the way. It is very fast shipping. Shout out to Kiki. I'm stoked for you to get your stacks. But the ashwagandha, the melatonin thing is shocking because Wi-Fi, cell towers, smart meters, cell phones, any wireless emitting devices, they disrupt your melatonin production. And the way I heard it explained is because they trick your pineal gland into thinking it is still daytime. And it's a frequency thing, man. It's all about frequencies. So if you're taking the ashwagandha and it boosts your melatonin production, you get 1,000 times better sleep, which is where you get a more rejuvenative and restorative sleep. I'm saying if there was just chemtrails and fluoride and pesticides, at least though, if our sleep wasn't disturbed by these man-made frequencies, we would be rejuvenating and restoring so much overnight. But the fact is, we're hit from every angle. You got the silent weapons for quiet wars, cell tower frequencies. You got the all the other things I just mentioned. It's a pretty freaking vicious cycle, man. So if you do take the ashwagandha, you at least, among many other benefits, get a way better sleep and rejuvenate and restore more overnight. Not to mention your pineal gland. The other one that's in the male stack. So again, you go to chalk.com, put a male stack or a female stack in your cart. You apply the discount code 44life to unlock that 44% off lifetime discount. And then you get the free lit included in your order automatically. But the one that's in the male stack that I highly recommend, like if you can only get one, this is one of the ones you do want to look at for men. The Tongkat LE, which is certified wild crafted from the chemical free Malaysian rainforests, boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days, plus sperm count, sperm motility, mental clarity, physical and mental energy. And it has 23 clinical studies. Like, dude, this is a freaking sup, bro. This is a supplement. Shout out to Dank Old Hippie who said it's very worth it, man. The chocolate was amazing. I need more. Shout out to Dank Old Hippie, man. I'm super stoked that you love the lit. I will say to you guys, like, I am a bit of a chocolate snob, you could say. Like, I don't, but that's only because I know conventional chocolate is full of heavy metals. It's full of crap, fake sugars and everything. But the chocolate, it is amazing. You can eat it by the spoon dry. It's freaking awesome. And again, that's one of the highest antioxidant content foods in the natural world, and it massively increases brain function and detoxification. I'm gonna take 2 Tomcat right now because I forgot to take it today actually. And shout out to non-toxic. Look what he said there. If any one of you on here right now wants to send me a picture of your refrigerator, I will do a real-time review. Just send it on Instagram. Open your fridge. Don't worry about cleaning up, wiping up all the spilled shit and the crusty shit in your fridge. Just open up the door, take a picture, send it to me on Instagram, and I will give you a real-time review about your refrigerator and what's in it. And that's what I did for non-toxic. So shout out to non-toxic. To discuss quickly, well, I say quickly, I mean, we're going to be here for a while, but the fasting, when your body goes into autophagy, um, I know that's what it's called. You stop eating. I had never done a dry fast. I was talking to my brother about it the other day. He's like, dude, a fucking fast, like I could do a water fast, and he's done one for like 24, 48 hours. But a dry fast, he's like, that just sounds like you're like just dying, like no water, no food, like just curled up. I've never done a dry fast, but I'm sure there's some like crazy benefit to it, to be honest. A true fasting is 0 calories. Of course, you can do a juice cleanse or like some other types of cleanses where you don't eat solid food, or like a fruit cleanse. You only eat fruit for a few days or whatever. But a true fast is 0 calories. And when you don't have any calories for like, I think it's 48 to 72 hours, what happens is your digestive tract goes like dormant, and all the energy that you usually are spent digesting food goes into repairing cells and repairing damaged tissue and damaged cells, which is pretty freaking cool. Now, the only thing is, I'm waiting for some fridge pictures from you guys, by the way. The only thing is that I found out after my 8-day water fast that um, if you take Shilajit while you're fasting, which has 0 calories, it like multiplies the benefits of the fast. and it stops the hunger pains, is what I heard. Not hunger pains, but you do feel like nauseous sometimes. If you get to day 2 and 3 on a water fast, you do feel like shit. Like you got to lay down. In fact, if you're gonna do a 3-day fast, but your like work schedule is during the week, Monday to Friday, I would suggest start the fast Friday morning, and then you have Saturday and Sunday to also fast, and then I guess you're breaking your fast first thing in the morning on Monday. Like it depends. You gotta figure out. It depends on your work too. Like if you're working construction, like you're not gonna be fasting during the week. But maybe if you work like an office job, yeah, you for sure could fast 100%. You would feel like shit though. That's what I'm saying. You take the Shilajit, you feel like $1,000,000. Yeah, you save every day you don't eat, you save a bunch of money. That's right, Jesse. Exactly, man. Um, yeah, that's so true. Sweet Kiwi said having a bunch of money or a successful business or the perfect body or happiness or Instagram thought isn't going to save us from what we are facing. I mean, like that's an interesting way of putting it. Like Sweet Kiwi, for one, I don't know that anyone kind of suggested or insinuated any of that. But yo, Savannah, tell us about your dry fast, by the way. Holy crap. Um, but yeah, like I'm thinking you're going through something right now, Sweet Kiwi, the way you worded that. But you're right. Like, yeah, people are focusing on material things. Everything you just mentioned is totally material. You're absolutely right. And that is not going to save us or benefit us from what's coming. That's true. Now, if you like have a bunch of money or have a perfect body or happiness, and that enables your like consciousness and your frequency to rise, like that is definitely going to save us. That's the only thing that will is our consciousness is rising, right? So you know, shout out to non-toxic who's going to fast. That's freaking awesome, man. Well, you're about to have the Shilajit if you don't already have it, so you're going to be able to have that on your fast, man. That's freaking awesome, dude. Congratulations to who just got the male vitality stack. Someone just got the male stack, which is the Chalk Daily, the Tonkat 100, and the where do we got it? The Ashwagandha. So someone just got a male stack. That's a Shilajit. I'm looking for the daily. Where'd you go? Someone just got the male freaking stack, dude. Congratulations. Here we go. This is the lineup. Male vitality stack. And they used the coupon code 44life. So they got a 44% off lifetime discount on their subscription, which they can cancel or modify at any time. And you are going to be receiving the $100 bag of the chocolate powder. Congratulations to who just got the stack. You will be completely freaking stoked. Dank Old Hippie, there's the exact same amount of Shilajit in the Chalk Daily as the straight up Shilajit. There's just a couple other adaptogens in the daily that's specifically formulated for men. That's a good question, dude. It's eight. What is it? It's 500 milligrams per capsule. Um, there's a bit of difference, but basically there's the same amount of Shilajit, yes, in the Chalk Daily as in the straight hot water purified Shilajit. Sweet Kiwi, who is Savannah said, I'm shooting for a 4-day fast, but I started with a 2-day, and that's no food, no water, inside or out. So I mean, I just clean myself, and it's just maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell. Okay, that is crazy, Savannah. So no food or water, a freaking dry fast. That's wild. The other cool thing also about the Shilajit being in the male and female stack is that it's a potentiator. So Shilajit increases the potential of any other herb or food that's taken with it. So if you're taking the Shilajit, you are receiving not only more nutrients from the food you're already eating, because you're getting all the minerals, and the minerals are meant to ignite biological processes in the body, and every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. So if you're taking the Shilajit, you're getting more nutrients from the food you're already eating, which means what? Nutrients out the freaking yin yang, man. That's wild. Jesse said, hunger pains aren't hunger pains. It's your intestines cleaning themselves out. It's so beautiful. The body knows how to freaking do that. Amen. I love how, dude, when I was fasting, like a number of my family members heard about it and they were like freaked out and thought it was like dangerously shocking. Um, like they're worried about me. But if I was like going to McDonald's or something, they would not worry nearly as much, I'm sure. But that's not, a roast to them. But I mean, it's just like, come on, man. Like, it's like I was saying yesterday. If you are going if you go to someone who's eaten whatever their whole lives, freaking McDonald's, you name it, whatever it is, and all of a sudden you tell them, hey, like try this superfood, this thing called Shilajit. all of a sudden they become like a health expert, and they're like, oh no, like I don't know. Now Kiki said, could a female take the testosterone? So Kiki, the ones that boost or support testosterone production is the Tongkat Ali and the Shilajit, right? But you could take both the Tongkat and the Shilajit, and you would not get a boost in testosterone because it is an adaptogen. So it adapts to the individual's needs and requirements. So you would not get a boost in testosterone if you were taking the Tongkat or the Shilajit. That's a very good question. It's cool that it adapts to the individual's needs and requirements. Eh? I do have to mention, apparently there's a bunch of people on the site right now. So if you are at chalk.com, choq.com, and you put a male vitality stack or a female vitality stack in your cart, and then I'm going to review Timmy's fridge, you are going to receive the $100 bag of chocolate powder. We have 3 left to give away on the live. It is first come, first serve. So quickly go to chalk.com and put that discount code on your male or female stack, and you will be extremely pleased. Also, I will say the interesting thing is that the reviews, if you read some of them, other than the ones that are about the excellent customer service, it's a little bit shocking how many freaking benefits people are claiming that are outside of the scope of um, whatchamacallit, what the clinical studies even show. Okay, so here is Tim, Mega Timmy, who just sent me this picture. um, he lives on the lake. That's freaking awesome. Let's see what he's got in his fridge. Okay, zooming in. So, much like Mr. Yes, we ship to Australia all the time. Ellie Lou, we ship to Australia every day. I love Australia, man. Especially the old videos saying like, "Damn, like we don't have this anymore." I'm like, oh, damn, Australia is dope. Okay, so listen, Mega Timmy, you much like non-toxic. I need to make. I maybe will make every single day a post on Instagram about homemade mayo because conventional mayonnaise, which you have, it looks like 2 jars. You maybe, or maybe even 3. Are you a freaking mayo kind of guy, man? Because you got 3 jars, but they're store bought, they're in plastic. So I'm not. And again, you guys gotta understand, I'm reviewing your fridge. Do not take any of this as like me chirping like your choices. Okay, I'm just telling you what I would look at this and dialogue internally. Okay. First thing, nice fucking fridge, by the way. Holy crappers. Huge fridge, wide open doors. Like, that's great, man. You still got the freezers on the bottom, though. That's the most, it sucks. Like, or wait, no. Freezers on the bottom is better. The freezer on top is annoying because you got to bend over to get to the top shelf of your fridge. Anyway, the mayo you have unfortunately has a bunch of seed oils in it, and they're GMO. GMO seed oils, we know that GMO, the whole agenda behind genetically modified foods, it's shocking. It's not the best thing for your DNA and your brain function and everything. So watch out. Make your own homemade mayo. It takes 2 seconds. Dude, you're young. You're retired, as you said. You live on the lake. You can enjoyably as heck make your own mayo. It's super easy. Now, your pickles, conventional pickles, usually they use non-organic white vinegar, which they make from GMO corn. I know. You can get organic white vinegar. Source out like organic pickles. Look at the label. Make sure it's not regular um, white vinegar because it's toxic. Your eggs, it looks like you got just regular old store-bought eggs. If they're not pastured certified or organic certified, they got to be both, by the way, pastured and organic. Unfortunately, they have a bit of a situation going on. Like it's basically, if those eggs are what I think they are, the chickens don't leave a cage their entire lives. They're under artificial light and they're fed GMO corn and soy feed. So you got to watch out for that. Um, if you give me better lighting on like your doors, like okay, your mustard, you got Heinz mustard and ketchup. New Heinz ketchup. The old ketchup had 3 ingredients. It was in a glass bottle. Now it's in a plastic bottle. It has seed oils, GMOs, fructose, friggin' glucose syrup, which is from GMO corn. So you do want to get, dude. You can get these little jars. It's more money, but I mean, fuck, or make your own. But uh, organic ketchup and not Heinz organic. Organic. Vanessa said, is there any way to bypass the high import fees to Canada from chalk? Vanessa, can you inquire on the live chat on the site if they have anything for the import fees to Canada? Vanessa, someone will probably help you right now. I know there's chalk is online right now on the site. So you will be set up immediately. Same thing though with the shout out to Vanessa. We have 3 bags of the lit left too, so I'm gonna hold one for you. Heinz, like they're sold out, man. Plastic bottles, it's shit. Probably PFOAs in there, so you do want to get you can get these little jars, Dijon mustard, yellow mustard, and organic with organic apple cider vinegar. Perhaps much better than the white vinegar, right? What else you got here? It looks like you have a is that like canned uh gassed canned freaking whipped cream? Because dude, if you're living in Florida or whereabouts are you, Maggot Tim? You can make your own whipped cream with organic raw cream from a organic natural raw Amish farmer where you can get his milk from. It looks like you have 2 boxes of pizza from I don't know what company, but I'm certain that that is likely GMO out the yin yang wheat sprayed with glyphosate, which wipes out your gut bacteria and gimps you. So there's technically like a form of a freaking antibiotics in that pizza. You got to watch out. Um, and then what else we got? I can't zoom in far enough, it seems. Oh, the plastic water bottles. Watch out, dude. Bajillions of microplastics in bottled water. Um, you much better off to go to a physical spring. Go to findaspring.com, .org rather, and locate a physical spring and fill up your water there, or reverse osmosis. But if you're reverse osmosing it, you do want to make sure that you also you got to remineralize it. Pelosa said, "How about us that isn't in the U.S. or Europe?" Pelosa, where the Sam Dam are you, dude? Let me know what country you're in. I'll tell you what you got to watch out for, bro. Uh, so yeah, Tim, I'll give you an even deeper review if there was close-ups, but I think that you got the gist of it. Shout out to Tim, man. Tim takes chalk, by the way. Like he's a major chalk enjoyer. They're allegedly from an Amish farm. Okay, Tim. Well, if your eggs are from an Amish farm, then you're good, man. 100%. Okay, let me refresh this because that's not working right. We got paper doll. Bang, bang. Hold on a sec. Tomorrow. Okay, boom, bang, bang. Yeah, so it's interesting. Pelosi, you're in freaking Nigeria, man. Holy shitskis, bro. All the way in freaking Nigeria. Damn, man. What do you guys got going on over there? I guess if you're in Nigeria, hold on a sec. If you're in Nigeria, um, what do you guys got going on all the way in Nigeria, man? That's crazy, bro. Shout out to Nigeria, man. Um, yeah, the first thing I'd watch out for is the green. What do they call it? The Green Africa Project from Monsanto and Bill Gates sponsored it, which was to make GMOs all over the place. Do you guys even have fluoride over there, or what else? Like, oh, don't eat all your food out of those freaking styrofoam takeout cups, plates, and shit that they use in Grenada. Try to avoid the plastic action, man. Lots of sugar in most ketchup, yes, and it's the sugar that's from GMO corn. That's what I'm more concerned about, dude. I would do like sugar is a bit of a thing, right? You do want to not have too much sugar, but it's also where the sugar is coming from. Because you got to understand, I am a beekeeper who gets a ton of honey every year. And I also, in about a month, am going to be doing maple syrup. So I'm going to be tapping trees, getting maple sap, boiling it, and we'll have, with any fortune, with God's grace, I'll have maybe, if I get 10 gallons, I'll be freaking stoked. I think last year I got 6. So, something to think about. We don't have lots of processed. Hey, do you guys love that jollof? That's one of their top meals that they eat is Nigerian jollof, man. It's like chicken and rice and stuff. Hold on a second. Dude, congratulations to the possible woman who just got a female vitality stack at chalk.com. That might have been Vanessa. Shout out to whoever just got the female stack at chalk.com, which has the Shilajit, the ashwagandha, and the Irish moss in it. That means we only have 2 bags left of the chocolate powder, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. It's getting included in people's orders for free. if they go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, and they put a male or female vitality stack in their cart and apply the discount code 44life on that subscription. That 44% off lifetime discount works for life. You can cancel or modify it at any time. Saves you 44 frickin' percent. And you get the delicious detoxing $100 bag of the chocolate powder. It's freaking amazing. I can't even believe they're doing this promo, to be honest. So yeah, congratulations to the girl who just got the female stack. That's freaking awesome. Pelosa, if you go to chalk.com, I mean, we ship to Nigeria all the time, man. We ship to all over the place. Go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, put the mail stack in your cart, and then apply that discount code 44life, man. And then once you place your order, you're getting the free lit included. Sunny said she laughed so hard when I watched your video on your snowmobile getting firewood LMAO. Dude, you know what's the funniest thing about that, Sunny? Is that my woodpile is literally stacked like in my lean-to that's attached to my house. To make that video was like all my friends who know the layout of my house and the property are like, bro, you loaded up your snowmobile, drove it throughout your forest, and then drove back into your side yard to then come in the side door to load the wood. Like, it was stupid. But I just wanted to show off my new sled and say, vintage sleds, man, they're freaking great. They don't make them anymore. And to show, like, well, what really happened was I saw a video that went viral of a girl being like, I have to go into town to get supplies and it's a blizzard. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. Like, but I'll just kind of make it seem like I'm, doing a crazy haul. Like, but the top thing people were roasting me about was not really, but people were like, bro, how the fuck far away from your house is your wood pile? Why would you stack it so far away? I'm like, you got me, man. Joey said, there's no spring within 2 hours drive from me in Buffalo besides Queenston, Ontario. Might consider next time I visit Toronto. Queenston. I know Kingston. I never even know Queenston was a thing. But dude, hold on a second. You can, you're in Buffalo. Did you look at that map though? You went, okay, so you're in Buffalo. You can't tell me there's not a freaking spring in like, what, East Aurora Spring. Okay, hold on a second. You're telling me Springville right down below Buffalo doesn't have a fucking spring? I'm just kidding. I mean, I bet you there was at some point, but they might have capped it. Wait a minute. There was a girl who lived, I swear she lived in near Fredonia, and there was like a crazy spring she's been going to her whole life. You know what you do though, bro? The findaspring.org doesn't have every spring. Go to a farmer's market and find the oldest man there or woman and ask them if they know where a spring is. I've been saying that for freaking years, dude. Go to a physical spring, or sorry, go and ask a old person at a farmer's market or an old person in general. You know what I mean? Kiki said, I was just asking how to stop sugar. Like, what can it help? It's the worst drug out there and causes so many problems, including horrible inflammation, in me anyway. So, Kiki, I guess what I would say is like, for one, processed sugars should be the easiest thing. I mean, I say should be the easiest thing. I know it's like chemically addictive, so I know it's not easy. But I mean, you'd have to have the willpower being like, I'm not going to have any processed sugar. I'm not going to eat anything that's processed in a can, in a jar, in a bottle, whatever. And uh, so avoid that. But then perhaps if you segued to like natural sugars and then slowly cut those out, or you could try to cold turkey no sugar it, right? Um, if you're trying to do no sugars, is that like ketos? Because if you have like potatoes, don't those carbs turn into sugar? Or are you trying to just avoid straight up sugar, not just carbs? Timmy said, how many hives do you have? Yeah, Sonny. Well, Sonny, rewatch the video about halfway through because yes, they were calling me, but also Mrs. Shayne Vibes was yelling something that you hear in the video, and then the dog runs up to me. Maybe that's what you laughed at anyway. Tim, at my peak, we had 10 hives. It's me and my dad doing it. An old German man took me under his wing to teach me how to beekeep when I was like 14 years old. And for the first like 3, 4 years, I just went to all his hives with him in the summer and saw the process. Then eventually I got my own hives. And then boom, bang, bang, man. And he is like the best beekeeper freaking around. Very orderly, eh? Like he doesn't fucking, he's very organized. if you go into his house, he would know where everything is. He doesn't willy nilly around. That's like Germans, eh? They freaking. Anyway, so but right now, because we lost a bunch the one year we took the year off, but now we're back to doing it every year. And so right now we're at, if we're lucky in the spring, we'll have 4 hives come alive out of the spring. So, but I'd like to do 10 again, man. We get so much friggin' honey. Kiki said there's one spring about 45 minutes from me and you can get water for free. I need to do that. Kiki, if you can do that, just double check you're not going to like, if you were like in Texas, there's a bunch of springs, but if you click it and zoom in, it's not a spring. It's like a swimming hole that's spring fed, and you don't drink it, right? So double check you're going to a legit spring um, before you get all the way out there. But 45 minutes, that's about how far I drive every 6 to 7 weeks to go and get spring water for us. So definitely do it, Kiki. It might be life changing for you. It definitely was for us. In Central Ontario, there's an incredible spring in Elmville. I know there is, Neve Kaj. I know there is, dude. It's freaking great, but I've never been there. But I know that if I was in Southern Ontario, I would definitely get spring water from there 100%. Butterdog, it literally is every 6 to 7 weeks. The last time we got spring water was probably, actually, I think I took a picture of it. It actually fluctuates because here's what we're doing. We have like 10 big ass plastic jugs and we have 10 big ass glass jugs. If we do a full blown water fill up and fill up all of our plastics and all of our glass, then we would last probably even more than 8 or 9 weeks. But when we found out that you're drinking out of this food grade plastic, it still could be, it's plastic, fuck, right? So we're trying not to drink out of it. So now we only have 10 glass jugs. We can accumulate more glass jugs, but it's a pain in the ass in some ways, but it's worth it though. So yeah, I've been longer than 7 weeks before to get water. We go right now, it's probably a bit over a month. So yeah, probably 6 weeks, man. So yes, very interesting. Now, Joey said, I will have to chat with people that care about organic living. Dude, you know where you meet people who care about organic living? At a freaking spring, dude. I've met so many dude, I've met followers from Instagram at the spring I go to. The guy's like, yo, Shayne Vibes. I was like, oh man, what up? Like, that was a cool guy. He was a heavy equipment operator from Toronto, actually. But anyways, about the Elmvale Spring, yes, we have to protect that spring because listen to this, Navi K. If they can't shut the spring down because they are trying to cap these springs, if they can't shut the spring down, then they'll find another way to shut it down. There was a spring in my town that was the go-to spring, and then they built a dump, or they put a dump in upstream from it, so now no one goes to the spring. They couldn't have shut that spring down because they would get too much kickback from everyone. So they found a different way. In Elmville, they're trying to zone in a big ass quarry, like extremely close to it, which would totally F up the water supply and the water table, and it probably would stop flowing the spring, which would be shit. So we got to keep and protect that spring, man. Exactly, Timmy. Exactly, man. Now hold on a second. Kiki said they do turn to sugar, and I've been avoiding breads, etc. I did stop cold turkey, but I want to make it easier if possible, trying to do better. Shout out to Kiki, who's trying to do better, or should I say, choosing to do better. By you even choosing to do better, you are doing better. So it's just amazing the fact that you're even thinking about it. What I would say though is, like, are you allergic to it or something? Like, I'll tell you this: every morning, if I have my Chad mode, it's no, I don't add any sugar to it. It's good just the way it is. If I have a coffee, I do like a shot of maple syrup in there. Not quite like an actual ounce, but some amount of maple syrup goes into my coffee. And then, maybe a bit of fruit action. Like, can you not eat fruit because you're trying to avoid sugar? No, those are fine sugars. You'll be fine with those, right? And then for lunch, I mean, I have freaking egg sandwiches, anchovies, freaking cheeses, breads, things like that. No sugar there, really. And then dinner, it's easy to not have sugar with dinner. Like I don't eat snacky shits all the time, like ice cream, woo. Like I don't really do much sugars. But if that's a hard thing for you to cut, I guess that's out of my element because I don't know. It was never hard to me. I used to be a big sweet tooth. I actually did used to be a big ass sweet tooth, 100%. But I chose not to anymore, I guess. So what I would say to you is, I used to tell myself I can't whistle for the longest time. I just can't whistle. I don't know how to whistle. And then finally I said, I can whistle. Everyone whistles. I can fucking whistle. And then in like 3 days I was whistling. Um, so perhaps your thinking it's hard is what makes it hard. I'm wondering. But a fast will help you when you get your chalk. That'll help because you're getting more nutrients. A lot of people who crave sugar, it's actually they're just craving nutrients, but the body perceives it differently. So I bet you just the mere notion of getting a ton more nutrients into you because you're taking the shilajit, the ashwagandha, the Irish moss, etc. You're going to be you may be feeling like $1 million, and that might be easier for you to quitting sugar. I think that's probably maybe true, Tony. Like I have a water structuring device, but I don't really use it because we just get spring water anyway. But ideally, I had a copper egg-shaped water vessel. So picture like a water dispenser, egg-shaped and made of copper, and that had some kind of magnet in it that keeps spinning around to keep spiraling the water. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. In fact, um, copper egg, hold on, copper egg shaped water vessel. Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna try to get one of those. Um, yeah, the aliens. I mean, dude, all I know is this. Wow, that's amazing, Cliff. That is so freaking cool, man. That's the type of spring we got to protect. But what I was gonna say is the aliens. Like, all I know is this: they got a million movies about aliens. Surely they're going to try to do some alien thing. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh shit, guys! Like, what's about to happen with aliens? Is there any breaking news other than some guys about to make a documentary on aliens in a minute, or a new movie is coming out called Disclosure Day? You know, and is that going to be hiding anything in plain sight? I do wonder. Tony Westbrook, the blue spirulina in there is a binder. Yes, 100%. You know that. Super detoxing, man. Same thing with the cacao with all the antioxidants in there. The organic heirloom cacao, ton of antioxidants, which binds to all kinds of free radicals, phthalates, pesticides, microplastics, and excretes it out of the body. Speaking of, we have 2 bags left of the chocolate powder to give away. If you guys are on the fence, go to chalk.com, quickly put, because we only have 2, a male or female Vitality stack into your cart. Apparently, a bunch of people are on the site right now. Apply that discount code 44life to unlock the 44% off lifetime discount. You can cancel or modify at any time, and you are getting the free organic heirloom freaking cacao from Bolivia, man. And I'll tell you, you can eat it dry with a spoon, like by the scoop. It is freaking delicious. And we have a lit every night. Sometimes in the morning I have it. If I'm not doing coffee or Chad mode in the morning, I'll do a lit. You can really mix and match it. You know what I mean? Um, wow, that's crazy. Shout out to Jake. Jake just said, dude, I just downloaded the app and I created an account to comment this. What is up with the arsenic in candy? I saw Florida tested candy and it's insane. Did I see that video today as well? Hold on. Florida tested candy. Hold on. Wow. Oh, perfect, man. Perfect for content, but sucks, right? Um, wow, that's freaking wild, bro. Well, I mean, what the fuck do you expect? All these corporations putting the most poisonous ass shit into food to make people weak and altered, especially they're targeting children. Now, apparently, Florida officials, oh wow, here's like a fact-checking website. It says a trade organization representing candy companies accused the state of scare tactics and making misguided claims about the levels of arsenic in popular sweets. Chocolate and candy are safe to eat and can be enjoyed as treats as they have been for centuries. The recent announcement from the state of Florida is misguided and demonstrates a glaring lack of transparency. Why don't you just say in one sentence instead of all this bullshit? He's wrong because blank, blank, blank. Here's our clinical studies. Rather than all this preamble, yabber, jibber jabbing, like uh, talking about science, like, dude, yeah, it's you don't eat the candy, man. But I do want to make a post on that, but I wonder, I just got to be careful how I say it because I don't want to get a fact check, right? Hold on a second. What's Dan Bilzerian up to? I don't know why that just came in my feed. Um, wow, that's awesome, dude. Shout out to Jake. He said, I immediately thought of you when I saw that post, just found your accounts and couldn't believe how spot on you are. Dude, I appreciate that, man. Look, I'm definitely like, I'm not a sage by any means, nor an expert in any particular subject, though I guess I do somewhat specialize in researching and thinking about things. So I appreciate that, man. And yeah, I do my best to freaking share what I believe to be the truth about what's going on in the freaking world today, which is shocking. And it's kind of like if we're running around. Oh, shout out to Wit D who said, yes, Wit D, let me mention one thing quickly. When and I don't know if you were on the beginning of the live, but I met a 65 or 67-year-old woman at the spring I go to get spring water, who said she was having cold sweats all night, or not all night, but every night she would have cold sweats, which was related to her hormones and due to her age, right? But apparently, I got to be careful with any medical things here, but like basically, my understanding is that if your hormones are calibrated, you're going to feel like $1 million no matter what age you are, to an extent. And so, yes, she started taking the Shilajit. She was having cold sweats for years in the middle of the night, no matter if it was hot or cold out. And she started taking Shilajit because she saw my posts. I met her at the spring, and then she followed me. And then she saw my Shilajit posts. She bought some Shilajit, and then she stopped getting cold sweats within like 7 or 8 days. She said she sent me a big review after. And so it's a major hormone optimizer. And plus, the Shilajit, which is in the male and female stack, also is clinically studied to stimulate the production of new brain cells. So you get better memory, concentration, and focus. That's why I have both my parents taking that, because I know their parents, my grandparents, like, as they got older, they kind of lose their marbles. And I don't think that's just because I know people get old and everything, but um, it's the amount of heavy metals is insane that people are exposed to. And when they do autopsies on people and like test their brain tissue and stuff, they find a ton of aluminum and barium and all these chemicals, which I mean, I think is being sprayed in the air above us, but also just in the environment in general. And so I think it's really important to be detoxing that 100%. Um, that's so funny, man. So hold on, Jake, did you, hold on a second. Did you find me on TikTok first, or did you tell me where you came from, basically, Jake? Because that's freaking awesome. So maybe TikTok actually is a Giga Chad spot. Like, bro, I had several accounts on TikTok. They kept deleting me, but I kind of realized why they were. It's just the topics I was going over. But now it's been like 40 days, not even, and I'm at 400,000 followers on TikTok, which it's not about followers, but on there, I have links to my Rumble, Facebook, and everything. And it's freaking awesome. So it's like a cross pollination thing. So that's awesome, Jake. I'm glad you came all the way over here, man. Um, oh, Jesse loves the coffee with lit, I believe. I don't see him fully say the lit, but I think that's what he's talking about. Shout out to call me Chads. Shout out to Larry Bird. Oh, but I wanted to mention to Wit D, the Shilajit that's in the female stack, it increases, it's called a potentiator. Oh, and congratulations to Vanessa, by the way. Hold on a second. But Wit D, the Shilajit that's in your female vitality stack, it's called a potentiator, and it increases the potential of any other herb or food that's taken with it. So if you're taking the female stack, you get the hot water purified shilajit, you get the organic ashwagandha, which is also a potent hormone optimizer and extremely calibrating for your endocrine system and brain function. It's considered the king of herbs in India, and it massively boosts melatonin production. So you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's freaking awesome. So I do highly recommend the ashwagandha. It's in the stack. And then the third one in the female stack is the wild crafted Irish moss. And ours is specifically wild crafted because most Irish moss is farmed in the Caribbean and it's full of microplastics, whereas ours comes from Nova Scotia. So pristine cold waters of Nova Scotia. It's freaking amazing. And that's your female stack. And if you, again, because Vanessa just ordered, we have 2 more bags of the chocolate powder left to give away. Shout out to Vanessa. Vanessa just got a female stack and the chalk minerals. So it sounds like she really wants to boost her mineral composition. These minerals are hot water extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah. It's the full matrix of minerals, super detoxing. It increases nutrient absorption, and it also increases, well, put it this way, minerals rebuild your DNA. And that's because minerals are frequencies of light and your DNA is light codes. So we're talking about serious rejuvenation. And not to mention, every vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. So if you're getting the full matrix of minerals, then what happens is you absorb more nutrients from the food you're already eating in the first place. It's freaking amazing. So congratulations to Vanessa, who got the female stack and the minerals. She went to chalk.com. She put the female stack in her cart, and then she applied the discount code 44life, which is a lifetime 44% off discount. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. Because she got in on that, she's getting the free bag of the chocolate powder. That's freaking awesome. Congratulations, Vanessa. Jake said, I commented, but I thought there's got to be a better way to reach out. LOL. Glad you got this going on. I downloaded the app and made an account just for this. Shout out to Jake, man. Jake, this is, look, dude, Rumble is a spot because there's no censorship, unless I was saying something crazy. And it's also like a Q&A. So I do love the Rumble lives, man. And this is where we live stream pretty much every night of the week and usually some nights on the weekend as well. But make sure that your live notifications are on so you know when I'm live on Rumble. Copper Rock said, I'm a boy. I'm pretty sure Copper Rock is like a veteran, so he's like a little bit older than a boy. But he said, but I take the moss from the female stack, but I'm feeling less feminine than ever. Yes, yes. We could have the moss in the male stack, but the male stack was more catered to testosterone, fertility, energy, muscle mass, muscle endurance, muscle recovery. But yes, the moss is freaking amazing, and you would feel less feminine because you're getting more testosterone because you're taking the male stack. Um, yeah, that is wild, Jake. That's a synchronicity, actually. If you're serious, that is a significant synchronicity, bro. Which means you are exactly where you're meant to be right now. You're put in the exact place you're meant to be, and there's nothing you willy-nilly coulda, shoulda, woulda, wish I coulda, woulda. You're exactly where you're meant to be, dude. So keep freaking that positive vibration. I was telling my brother today, he's talking about like a different career path or whatever he wants to do. He's older than me, and I was like, dude, I could think of a million things for you to like do or try or whatever. But I said, what you, what I would do, because I feel like that's almost a waste of time in some ways. I'm thinking, dude, all you got to do is embody the frequency of abundance and be extremely positive and be grateful for what you already have and put out the vibration of opportunity and freaking new things coming around the corner, and it will manifest. It will happen. Thoughts create things. So instead of me saying to him, well, try this or try that, he could have a totally different path that is not at all my suggestion. And it's like a waste of time. And so I'm thinking, no, dude, just it's a frequency. It's all about frequency. So calibrate that, boost that, and focus on that, and then it'll appear. But you have to be grateful. I wrote it down. This is not the proper quotation, but he or she who has gratitude will be given even more. He or she who doesn't have gratitude will have more and more taken from them. So, or even if you have nothing, but you're still not grateful for the nothing you have, but you're alive, you're not even grateful you're alive. You know what I mean? So that is a seriously positive vibration. Um, Wow. Jake said he prayed for discernment. I should have thrown that in there to my brother. Pray for discernment. Because think about how willy nilly you can freaking you can get if you're trying to jump from this ship to that ship. Pray for discernment. Otherwise, you can be wondering, am I on the right path? Where am I? What should I be thinking right now? Even am I doing the right thing? Pray for discernment. Pray for clarity, and and then pray for your gratitude. Be so stoked about what you already have. He's not no mega Timmy. I don't know why he's kind of trolling. Like he's not a boy. He's a full grown. I think he's in his like 40s or 50s. I think so. He's a full freaking red blooded American dude. 3NZ said each gallon is $700. What are we talking about here? Gallons? Did I miss something? Also, I wanted to mention that or sorry, Sonny and Tony are talking about um, how good the chocolate powder is in coffee, and I will say it is freaking amazing. It's amazing solo, but it's also amazing in coffee too. Jake said it can be a slippery slope. The truth will come out in due time. That it will, dude, and I think that due time's coming around the corner too. Copper Rock said he's 44 years, 1 month, and 12 days. Do you actually know the exact dates and exact months like that, man? That is wild, bro. Um, Kiki said discernment has been front and center lately. If you pray for it, it will. What is it? Seek and ye shall find. And you know what's crazy about seek and ye shall find? Think about this. If you're negative, you are seeking and finding. If you're positive, you're seeking and finding. If you only see the negative in things, you're looking. A hammer can only hit a nail. What is that saying? If you're a hammer, everything looks to you like a nail. So if you're looking at everything from a negative viewpoint, like one time I was driving with my fucking dad, and we're driving on the highway, and literally, like he's a blessed guy, but he's driving by. We drive by a house. He goes, it's a fucking shit spot for a house. It's right next to the highway. And then we drive past another house or a car, and he goes, oh fuck, his chimney's crooked. And he's driving down the road, and he goes, those cars are shit boxes. And he's just going, and I'm like, dude, every single thing you have said on this drive has been negative. Do you realize that? He's like, oh fuck, no, I didn't. I said, yeah, man, like you got to be careful, Anyway, I didn't really red pill him too hard, but uh, it was interesting. And he doesn't have a bunch of. He is, like I said, he's blessed. He's not like in a horrible state by any means. He's in a great spot, but you got to watch out because it could manifest. It's going to manifest something negative if you only see the negative, as opposed to being like, oh, it's nice that that person in that house next to the highway has a house to live in. It just happens, dude. Um, so then hold on a second. Yogurt lit German chocolate style. Oh wow, lit in yogurt. I'm gonna freaking try that, dude. Timmy is 63 today. Shout out to Timmy, man. By the way, his real name is Timothy, I believe. I'm detecting. No, I'm just kidding. It has to be. Um, 63. Shout out to Timmy, man. And look at him. 63. My dad's 65. He's not on a Rumble Live right now. Like we're all on different spots in our awakening in our consciousness, eh? It's freaking awesome. Um, Tim said today the Florida Senate was about to pass a law that the way it was worded would protect the corporate prison poisoners. But because of public outrage, they postponed it for a couple weeks to review. Tim, you notice that they will do that often, eh? They will, yeah, happy birthday, Tim. Um, they they do it all the time. In the United Kingdom, they announced a new law, a new tax that would like basically completely gimp, like it's a new tax. It sucks, okay? It's a shitty new tax. People were in uproar about it. Then, like 2 months later, they said, "Oh, we don't need to do this tax anymore because the economy got better." I can tell you, the economy did not get better. They lifted the tax because of people's outrage. So But what they also do is that's our true power. What they also do is they will postpone things. Oh, we have to just review this a little bit and let the outrage die down and then try to pass it again. So we got to keep our head on a swivel. They'll do that like I'll think of other examples of it, but there is many such cases, you know what I mean? Um boom bang bang. What's that? Hold on a sec. Shout out to Sunny who's yelling at me asking when my birthday is. Mine's in January. Oh, I guess I didn't tell you guys. Yeah, it was just my birthday a few days ago. So I'm 31 now. So happy birthday to me. Thank you all. Jake said, I believe they also shared an article about how many pieces of each candy you can eat annually as a child and adult before it's too much due to arsenic. Wow, really, dude? Well, I mean, dude, we're getting hammered from left, right, and center, all these different angles of heavy metal. So it like here's the thing they're not telling you. Here's how many pieces of candy you can eat before it's too much arsenic. But that's just too much arsenic from the candy. What about the arsenic from the tap water, from the uh, phthalates, from the arsenic from fucking rice, the arsenic they might be spraying us with, the arsenic in different pots and pans or whatever, right? So isn't that interesting? Um, they don't do that, and that's the same thing with fluoride. They say, well, if you just drink like this much water a day, like your fluoride levels are safe. But you're also brushing your teeth in it, you're also showering in it, and you're also eating it if you're cooking with tap water. So it's a bit of a willy nilly, isn't it? Shout out to Dank Old Hippie, man. I always thought you were, I pictured you as a old hippie, but you're only 30, so that's cool, man. Um, oh, you're sharing, what's his name? Highwire, Dell Bigtree. Shout out to freaking Jake. He's woke, man. Dell Bigtree. You guys know that guy made a pretty serious documentary that I'm surprised he's still alive, to be honest. Oh, really, Sonny, eh? Okay, so our birthdays are quite close together, Sonny. Wow, we're both January babies. So, Sonny, I'm sure you weren't C-section day if you were born in 1960. Well, you wouldn't be 8 in 11th grade. You'd be like 16 or 17. So you're born in the 50s. Shout out to Sonny. Born in the 50s. Wow. Living in California in Orange County in the 1970s and 60s. She had a freaking time, dude. Can you all picture California in the 60s and 70s at its like peak? Funny. You got a blessed upbringing and life. You still have it. I'm just saying, like that's freaking awesome. Even the even the what should we call it? The 2000s was a pretty crazy era too. You don't realize until it's after the fact. But hold on a second. A bunch of people are still on the site browsing right now. This is the last call to get the free lit powder included in your order. If you go to chalk.com and you put a male, a female, or a performance stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 44life, you get a 44% off lifetime discount. You can cancel or modify at any time, and you will get the free organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia included in your order automatically. So shout out to freaking the Vanessa who got a stack and a minerals. And this is the last call. Like we're about to shut down the live. So make sure you go to chalk.com, get that discount code on your stack, and then you get the free lit powder. Delicious and detoxing. Jake said, I messaged you on TikTok before I found your other accounts. Didn't mean to blow you up. Dude, I'm glad this TikTok, like I am grateful for this TikTok, man, because people are coming from all over the place, finding me on other platforms because of it. And bro, you know what's funny? I literally only post on TikTok. Like now I want to post on it, but I literally only post on TikTok because of the their their app for editing is quite good. Like TikTok is better for editing videos than Instagram. And the only way to get the video saved on your phone without the watermark is by posting it. So I literally by like not fluke, obviously it's God's plan. Uh, have 400,000 followers on TikTok now just because I need to use the app to edit a video. So it's like a just a cherry on top, man. But I only see the real value in that in really, I mean, well, of course, the value is that I guess at this point, millions and millions of people are hearing all these cool, true things that they don't hear on TV. But also when they get me on when they get me on Rumble or Instagram or Facebook, etc. You know what I mean? Because those are all more sturdy than TikTok. Like I said, they deleted my account like 5 times, but I've never had this many followers on TikTok, and I've never grown so fast on TikTok too. So it is cool though. I didn't realize how many people use that fucking app. I would have never fucking downloaded this Chinese spyware in a million years. To be honest, like I guess TikTok just blew up, man. I'm like, who the hell's on TikTok? What are you guys doing on TikTok? But now I'm on there, so there you go. Yeah, I should make a post on uh, findaspring.com. It's not that viral, but I think it's important. It's like a public service announcement. Shout out to Copper Rock, who's not watching TV right now. Okay, hold on a second. Someone just got a female stack. Congratulations to who just got the female stack, literally by the skin of the live's teeth, because I'm about to call it. Congratulations to who just got the female stack at chalk.com with the code 44life. Was that Wit D? I wonder if it was Wit D who just ordered the female stack with the code 44life, which means she gets the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Freaking delicious. You're gonna love it. Keep in mind too that you will be so stoked um, when you take all those superfoods in combination with one another. Man, it's shocking. Jake said, I'm already digging into this stuff, and my girlfriend is sick of me going crazy about what I find, so maybe you are my people. 23, by the way, senior year in college. Wow, dude. So that's funny you say that because I was just talking. I guess I should probably keep this under wraps, but basically, I was talking to someone. Good night, Kiki. Kiki says, good night, guys. Stay woke. Kiki, thanks for joining, Kiki. We'll see you on the next live, okay? Um, and I'm stoked for your chalk, Kiki. But yeah, Jake, dude, this is the spot, man, really. And but your girlfriend, like, she's got to get woke or hit the highway, man. I mean, serious. No, I'm just kidding. But Jake, as you learn more about the truth of what's going on, you're going to be able to betterly explain it, and then it's going to be like, then you're going to find out if she's unwilling to adapt and learn. Like if she's trying to, like, for example, if she's your girlfriend, maybe one day you'll have kids, right? Like that's the whole reason we have attractions to, reproduce, right? So if that's the case, you want to definitely be on the same wavelength of health and, you know, birth and foods and not giving your kids a fucking iPad. You know what I mean? Like some things like this. But oh, she's a believer and she knows. Okay, that's awesome, dude. Then Jake, great job, dude. As you learn more, you'll be able to betterly explain it to her that maybe won't be overwhelming and not be freaky for her. But if she's a believer, she already knows God's with her. So that's a freaking good step forward, bro. That's a great setup, man. Jake, I'm stoked to see you on the next live. Make sure your live notifications are on, Jake, and all of you else. I guess we'll extend this deal for the next 30 minutes. So I'm telling you right now, the top superfoods I've been taking since 2019 is at chalk.com, CHOQ.com. Bookmark that website because it's pretty freaking awesome. All the superfoods on there. It's what I take every single day. So save that site. If you go to chalk.com between now and midnight and you put a male or female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 44life, you get a lifetime 44% off discount. You can cancel or modify at any time, and you get the free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. We do need to talk about birth control on the next one. And I do recall, Tim, that's right. TikTok is American now. That's interesting. Okay, so that's chill. Although they just announced that you can't use the word Epstein on TikTok at all. So that's interesting. Whit D, yes, congratulations. I knew it was Whit D. Shout out to Whit D who just got the female stack. Yes, you get the free lit powder, Whit D. I'm stoked for you to experience the benefits of all the superfoods that you just acquired that will be to your place in 3 to 5 business days. You're gonna love it. And you, like I said, guys, you won't see the free lit in your order, but it's gonna be physically placed into your box when it's packed up. Okay. So shout out to Whitney. I'm so stoked for you. Thank you also for keeping the lights on the stream. And good night, everyone. I know everyone is going to bed, Tim. Okay, I love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. And shout out to Dank Old Hippie who said you will love it. She'll love the female stack. Okay, we'll see you on the next one, guys.